Yes. It's that time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little early, but that's okay. I have some dinner plans, but this is Financial Literacy 101. And this evening, we'll just be talking about essentially not how my life is good or how my life is great, but in general, how life is. And I think because there's so many things that's going on in everyone's life, if we took away the pandemic, if we took away death, how would your life still be? I want you to think of some major things about your life, because I just had an epiphany that I had to expound on about how my life has been ever since I've been an adult age. And I noticed through my childhood, I had a very, just like everyone else's story, you had a lot of disparities, that I had a lot of hardships, you had a lot of rough times. And how did we all make it through? But how is your life today? No, it doesn't really matter your age when it comes to this, because we all go through tragedy. We all go through our own form of chaos at some time or another. But I want to tell you, and I want to show you in some sense, how life is great, essentially, when you live it the right way. A lot of times our life, believe it or not, revolves around money. And I've said this before, many times before, that life is all about money. And what I believe is that growing up in Washington, D.C., we live in a very small microcosm of what the world really is. I mean, we can go over 3 blocks in the same city and there's a different culture. They use different words. They may even wear different clothing sometimes. And when you expound on that, when you get outside of your natural habitat, your natural environment, you start to realize different experiences that you probably missed out on because maybe you didn't travel when you were younger. Maybe you didn't travel even in your 20s, 30s, and 40s and 50s. A lot of people have not traveled, so you don't experience the world in the same way. Like your views are your views are captive of the experiences you did not have. Does that make any sense? Your views of the world and different people and different cultures are captive, meaning you can't see outside of it because you haven't been anywhere, because you haven't spoke to anyone outside of the normal people that you speak to. It's kind of like when I hear people say, "Oh, I don't eat nobody." I always do the same sort of acting. And it's not putting a negative stereotype on my people or my women. No, I'm just theatrical like that. "Oh, I don't eat just anybody macaroni and cheese." Well, how do you experience new things if you don't try new stuff, new activities, new foods? How do you experience those things? How do you appreciate other things if you never try anything new? And of course, there are some limitations on that. I'm not going to go experience picking up a snake. Nope, not going to do it. I'm not going to experience wrestling with a crocodile. Nope, absolutely won't do it. Won't experience picking up a tarantula. Nope, probably never will ever do it. Will I ever go swimming with sharks? Nope, probably would never do it. Would I skydive? Yes. Would I skydive? Yes. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, what I realize is that a lot of people's intelligence doesn't really come from books. Now, there's a lot of knowledge and wisdom that you can retain and gain from reading books, but a lot of your intelligence is the knowledge and wisdom that you gain from a mentor and or book, and the experiences that you apply to that knowledge and wisdom, which comes in a form of intelligence, of you breaking down things, fitting in things like puzzle pieces to fit your perspective and the things you're trying to come across. It makes you a more intelligent person. Because when I tell people that everything is money, everything is money. Living your best life comes with some money, regardless of the amount that you think you need. I'm meeting a lot of people who are now so spiritual. But you know what those spiritual people, are always telling me? how do they grow their business? How do they expand on their business? Because even they can be so spiritual, whether it be like yoga spirituality, religion spirituality, being one in one with the cosmos and the energy forces in the world. However they want to, frame it, it's everybody's still trying to figure out how to make some money. But life is good when you do the things to set yourself up in a place where you don't have to worry as much as you once did. A lot of you are worrying about what? How do I pay my bills? How do I get my kids through college or certification courses? You guys are worried about all those things. And here's what I realized, that a lot of us, and you know what I mean, family, a lot of us, we are living for our kids, but we're not living for ourselves. So I guess the question is, are you living your best life? Are you living your best life? Good afternoon, Terrell, Jermaine, and also Donald. Nice to see you brothers here today. That's my question for you guys and ladies. Are you living your best life, or are you just living for your kids? Because I talk to a lot of my friends, I talk to a lot of associates, and I'm realizing the word kids come up. And I understand it's an obligation that when you laid down with whoever you laid down and you guys had children, that a lot of your focus from your own life shifted to making sure their lives are better. But can you do both? Because here's the thing. Even when I was single and I was paying child support with my childhood sweetheart, even when I was married and I had other foster kids. I was a foster kid. When I had other stepchildren or children that I accumulated to be my own, even to now, I always try to make their lives better, but still with my own life, experience things that I've never experienced. You get what I'm trying to say? As long as I'm not taking food off the table, how am I living a better life? I realize that a lot of people are content living in their town, living in their city, going to the grocery store, cutting their backyard, and that's it. Now, I would like to think that you guys are a little more open-minded than that, because I hear people talking, I hear the chattering, I hear the rumors, and I hear when people are speaking about world experiences, of places they've never been. Of places they never been. See, my thing is, family, I've been to Jamaica. And Jamaica is a very beautiful place that has a lot of poverty. But there's a lot of things that goes on in Jamaica that a lot of, rich white people from certain Western countries go and build up resorts. But the people of Jamaica are very nice. But they're like any third world country. They're always trying to sell things to tourists. But nonetheless, they have a lot of pride. They have a lot of culture. And I won't speak about the negative part about Jamaica, that we know a lot of people come here and undermine us. We won't get into that particular talk, because we need to understand that life is great and life is grand. And Jamaica is a very beautiful country that I've been to, and I've done a lot of activities in Jamaica. And believe me, the country is absolutely gorgeous. Dominican Republic. I'm going to go through these very quickly. Another very beautiful country. And if you notice the melanation of the people that you'll see here, in some of the tourist spots, you're going to see lighter complexion. But the people here in Dominican Republic are very, very beautiful people. This depends on where you go as far as the temperament, but the country itself is very, very beautiful. See, when you go to a country, there's certain experiences that you will have. First, most people go as a tourist. So you can go to the tourist places where you're going to get a kind of a false reality of that particular country and the culture and environment. But when you started going to some of the underground spots, and that's just a nickname or a code word for places off the beaten path, which you have to be careful. You need to go with somebody you trust. But nonetheless, the experience is totally different, and you start to understand the people a lot more. You really do. And Dominican Republic is a very, very beautiful place, which Haiti and Dominican Republic actually are on the same island. Puerto Riata, Mexico. That's right, Mexico. These places is in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico that I've been, and these places that you see here are absolutely gorgeous. I've been to this one right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a conclave inside of a kind of like a cave that comes out with an opening. I can't explain these things because you have to do what? You have to see these places yourself. See, the problem is we are so distracted. We are so detained in our own thoughts that when we take out money, 15, 20, 25, $30 a month, and we don't save it, we don't invest it, we go out and buy the new hottest whatever, gadget, electronics, TV, shoes, clothes, it doesn't even matter. We spend it frivolously. We always going out to eat. Instead of like, we just started meal prepping. So we're eating in Monday through Friday, and we'll grab some stuff from the refrigerator, and we may go out a couple of times that weekend, versus I know people who eat out 4 or 5 times a week. That's absolutely insane. So the point of life is so good, and I realized it, that I'm so appreciated that I'm still alive today, coming from the environment, coming from the place that I've been, and the things that I'm doing to be not only financially free, but mentally free. See, what I realized, family, is that a lot of our people suffer from some sort of psychological disorder. Now, there's many things that make psychological order come about, but the one thing that could actually help you is having the financial freedom to go get help, and then having the financial freedom. Think about this, family. Think about this. I want to show you this. What if you went to therapy, got the help you needed, and then the next day you was in a place like this? And this is Brazil. You guys know I went there, Copacabana Beach. I was literally like a half a mile from the beach. And me and my buddy, we went there almost every day. We didn't do anything. We just sat on the beach and just relaxed and worried about nothing. The most things that we worried about on vacation was where to eat. Where to eat? Where we're going to eat? We're going on that tour? Okay, where we're going to eat at? Oh, we got the other tour. Where we're going to eat at? This is Brazil. This is beautiful Brazil, and the people there are beautiful as well. And I would tell you, being from a first world country, taking your American dollars down to a country like Brazil, when we were there, the ratio from dollar to the Brazilian real was 1-6. For every American dollar was 6 of their dollars. I mean, your money 6 times the amount. Think about this. Think about this, family. If you have $100 in America, you have $600 in Brazil. And I didn't even tell you the ratio of some of the countries that I'm going to go through. If I can remember, I'm going to remember. If I can't. Down in Mexico, I think for every $1 at the time that we went was like 30 of the Mexican pesos. I mean, think about this, family. So how are you living your life, and what are you doing with your money? Because life is great. You're just not spending your money on the right things. You're just not doing, having the right experiences. When I went to Thailand, Thailand is another beautiful country, which helps me to understand the people. And I'll tell you this, when you go to these other countries, this, especially if you look like me, this will actually help you to understand worldwide discrimination. This will also help you to understand worldwide bias. But you know what I've noticed? When you go to these other countries, a lot of these other countries, when you're there in their country as a tourist, you don't get treated the same way as when they come to this country and open up a business and then you go inside the business. It's very, very different. And I can give you my rhetoric of what I believe, but I digress because I want to show you the beauty of you going outside of your normal environment, normal city, normal state, normal country. Life is great. And I'm not just talking about for myself. Life is great. You just haven't experienced it yet. This is Thailand. A very, very beautiful place. I know I'm just going through a couple of pictures here and showing you, but this is the beauty that you can engulf yourself in. These places are absolutely gorgeous, especially the tourist spots, of course. The Philippines. I've been to the Philippines 4 or 5 times. In the Philippines, if you go to Manila, certain parts of Manila, you go to Cebu, a lot of these places are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, these places are beautiful. They've done a lot of things, of course, to attract tourism, but you just experience the nature, the natural conclave of the rocks, the way they're formed, this appreciating natural beauty, and you realize in this world that we say that is so small, no. This world is vast. The reason why you run into people you know all the time is because you keep going to the same damn places. I'm tired of people saying, oh man, hey, what's going on, big dog, man? Man, shit, man. Small world. No. The world is not small. You got tickets like I got tickets. This is a popular event. But no, listen, when I was in Brazil and I'm on the ocean, me and my buddy go on the ocean on this secluded island, right? Remember I did that video, I was on the beach. We was drinking some capieiras. I forgot the name of it, but it's a national Brazilian drink. If you was there, then I'll be like, oh, man, small world. But it's not. We keep going to the same places, running to the same people because we're in the same town and or city or going to the same events. You're not living your best life. You're living somebody else's life. You're living a life which you think is life because something is popular. Whenever you're talking about, oh, I went on this secluded beach in Thailand and just drunk Mai Tais and fell asleep on the beach and felt perfectly safe. I can't explain to you an experience because you have to live it yourself, but I can at least show you. London, when I went to London is a very vast westernized city, but it was a beautiful city. It was very, very different than America. First and foremost, the one thing that I appreciated, but I didn't like, keyword there, I appreciated about London, which I didn't like, is that they drive on the other side of the road. I mean, I'm an American. My steering wheel's on the left, their steering wheel's on the right. Okay, I appreciate it. I didn't like it because I wasn't used to it. But again, this is some of the wonders of traveling to different countries. Not just going, oh man, I've been to Missouri, I've been to Ohio, man, I've been to Virginia, I've been to California. Tell me some place where you've been outside of your own country. Tell me some places where you've been outside of your own continent. You see, these experiences helps your knowledge, helps your wisdom to intertwine into a masterpiece of knowledge that you can essentially inspire and motivate and give to somebody else. Don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I know you want to live for your kids, but you have to live for yourself or you will never appreciate yourself. You will never appreciate yourself. You're going to be old, tired, and gray and never experience life as we know it and travel and eat different foods and do different activities because of what? You're not doing the things in order to live your best life, not your kids' best life. You're going to take care of those little cum snatchers, but we're talking about living your life. I'm just using cum snatchers as a cool word, funny word. But you know what I'm talking about. Oh, everything is about my kids, my kids, my kids, my kids. I do anything for my kids. I got it. When are you going to do something for yourself? When are you going to be selfish? Let me go through some of these very quickly. I'm looking at my time here. My wife is going to kill me. But I'm just looking at some of these things here. Korea. I spent some time into Korea. Korea's a beautiful country. Not all of it, just like any other country, but it is a beautiful country. Some nice people there. But we also know how Koreans are over here, and I'll keep that to myself. But Korea, this traveling there taught me a lot about the people, the culture, etc. I even snowboarded and skied in Korea. But Korea is a good country to visit. They have a lot of tradition and culture as well. You'll see some things over there that you won't see in other countries. Japan. I absolutely love the time I spent in Japan. I skied and snowboarded there and traveled the subways and did high-speed rail and went to activities and cultural events and museums. I even went up to a monastery and saw monks actually train. I've done a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen, Life is absolutely great. You just have to go out and live it. You have to go out and live it. Some place that you've probably never been that's right up the street from you is Canada. Canada is another country with different wonders. Canada, eh? Oh, Canada. That's the only two words I know the national anthem, right? But Canada is a beautiful country as well. And guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, for you smokers out there of a different paraphernalia that looks kind of green, guess what? It's legal in the entire country of Canada. Not just the state of Canada, not just a part of Canada, not just the British Columbia part of Canada, not just Toronto or Vancouver, but the entire country of Canada are enjoying a good smoke. That's all I'll say. Life is great, ladies and gentlemen. When I was in Japan, I became certified to scuba. Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Yes, I'm a certified scuba diver. Not just being part Marine, but certified scuba diver. That's what I've done. What else have I done? I've done some snowboarding. I did snowboarding in Japan and Korea, as well as in West Virginia. Just some of the places I've snowboarded. I'm telling you, these things are the things that I have done to show you the different experience that I have and the knowledge that I contain and the wisdom that I have accumulated because of the different experience and different people that I involve in my life. There's no way I know all the information that I've learned outside of a book. Some of the things I learned from friends. I learned from friends like you see the guy in the chat here, Mitchell Liggins, one of my mentors. Another guy who came and visited me, his name is Jay. He's one of my mentors. All of these things I obtained over my life. I got this little clip here I like to show you. This is me and my wife on the ocean here.
With the mask on. Say the neighbor.
That's what we're doing?
It's the remix.
Yeah, when you. Huh?
Hey.
Got him, coach. I didn't mute my mic. My bad, family. What I was saying was I've learned to appreciate a lot of things that I normally wouldn't even appreciate. People dancing in water, wearing some wings or something. I wouldn't normally appreciate nothing like that. But I sat there and I just looked at them and I appreciated the artistry of it. I appreciated the hard work and practice and the synchronization that they all was doing at the same time. I appreciate it. And how does I make that applicable to my life? I'm like, a lot of time, hard work, practice, alignment went into that. Ray, how can you look at this experience and appreciate what they're doing and apply it to your life? They worked hard to get that scene together. What are you doing to work hard to appreciate this experience that you've never seen before in different places, different cities, different countries over and over again? How can you make that applicable and make it worth your while so you can continue to experience things you've never done before? I'm just showing you some things, family. I'm just showing you some things. So I want you to understand that life is more than just saving money. Life is more than just investing money. Life is more. And I'm appreciating everything in my life. You guys remember this right here? Let me show you this very quickly. Let me show you this very quickly. This is a good time in my life.
All
I would like to take this opportunity to close my love for you. I want you to be my wife. Yes, sir. That's right. I'm living my best life right now. I don't want to wait till I'm 50. I don't want to wait till I'm 60. I want mine right now. When I'm laying there on my deathbed, whatever the case may be, I want to look back on my life and like, Ray, the only thing so far that you haven't done that you said you wanted to do is skydive. That's pretty much it. And see, there's some of you like, oh, I don't want to skydive. But what do you want to do? Do you want to go to a beautiful beach? Like, I want to go to Bali one day. Right now, me and a couple of my buddies, we're planning a trip to either go to Cuba or Colombia. We don't know. But this is our annual guys trip, right? And then me and my family, we take trips throughout the year, little trips here and there, okay? But the point of the matter is I won't be able to do this if I'm not disciplined with my life and understanding that the things in life are truly grand when you have the financial capacity to move freely about the earth because you're doing what you need to do. See, we're so focused on surviving this life and we're not living this life. You're so focused on surviving this life and you're not living this life. And just because you have an income of $35,000, $55,000, $100,000, my question is, what are you doing with that to multiply it and have it exponentially grow so you can do some of the things you've seen me do and travel some of the places you've seen me travel? Because every time I travel, I invite you guys into my life, not to show off. I'm not a showboat. To show you something that you can do if you are a good steward of your finances. I am so tired of people talking about they're living for their kids. Yes, take care of your kids, nurture your kids, teach your kids, give your kids your experiences. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what? When are you going to live your best life? When are you going to live your best life? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Here we go. Really? Can't see your face? Real quick. I don't know what to say at this moment. We'll have to take into account. Here we go. I'm so stupid. I don't know what was I saying in this video. I have absolutely no idea. But ladies and gentlemen, these are the things that me and my family is doing. These are the things I've been doing for a very long time. This is my big fat butt in my neighborhood on a $1,200 scooter that I bought from China. Yes, I treated myself. And this scooter goes up to 45, 50 miles per hour. Yes, I'm living my best life right now. We've sacrificed too long. We have been surviving too long. If you haven't put yourself in a place to do some of the things you see and heard me do right here, then at least start. Because I know that you don't want to go back to your apartment, your condo, and or your house and say you provided for your kids and that's all you've done. What have you done? What have you done? See, you're part of organizations and you're helping kids and you're helping the elderly and you're helping your communities. But when are you going to say, what about me? See, this is all part of your mental health. You notice in our neighborhoods, in our communities of melanated people, we have difficulties of maintaining a very stable mind because of the traumas that we've occurred. First and foremost, you want to extract yourself into a more prominent neighborhood of people that may look like you. You get what I'm saying? You want to get out of that environment, or you want to change your environment. And you have to, take care of yourself. See, this is what I tell people. You have to take care of yourself before you start to take care of the people. I just want you to live your best life, because there's a lot of us are taking our own lives, putting our lives in jeopardy, doing dangerous things. The takeaway, family, is that you can be doing more for yourself than what you put off. Yes, take care of your families. Take care of your wives and husbands. Take care of your girlfriends and boyfriends. Take care of your kids. Give them the best you can possibly give them, but don't forget about you. Going to the spa, going to the bar doesn't count. There's some place you want to go. There's something you want to do, and it's expensive. Some of you guys want to go on a hot air balloon. Some of you guys like me want to scuba dive. Some of you guys like me, I want to skydive, scuba dive. I want to skydive. You may not want to do anything extreme like that. You might just want to go overseas somewhere, or in the Caribbean somewhere, or to Africa somewhere, and put your feet up on a chair and have someone serve you your favorite drink while you read the newspaper or you laugh at your phone on social media. But here you are on an island, beautiful Wi-Fi. You got all the great things, right? I've experienced it over and over and over and over again. And you're going to say, well, Ross, don't you get tired of beautiful beaches, wonderful drinks, and being served? Hell no. Life is great. Life is good. Life is great. Life is good. I don't think I hit all the places. I showed you London, but I've also been to Paris. I've been to Paris. Paris is a beautiful place. Okay. I've been to the Eiffel Tower. I've been to what's the name of that palace I went out there with the crown jewels? I went somewhere. But I've been to Paris. I see somebody talking about Italy. Let me tell you where I'm at now. Lately, I've been simply traveling to countries where melanated people are. I just want, I rather, when I travel, I'd rather give them my dollars than anybody else, regardless their coon class. I'll just say that and I'll leave it alone. I'd rather give them my dollars than other countries that have been popularized because of another skin tone, right? We want to run over to Europe, but we don't want to run to the Caribbean or Africa. We want to run over to Europe, but we don't want to run to South America. Whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. Don't take my bias. I'm very biased about certain things. But again, family, life is good. Life is great. Do those things that you know you can do. Be disciplined. See, I hate when people say I have difficulties doing X, Y, and Z. Well, you saved up for that purse. You saved up for them shoes. You saved up for that TV. You took the time out and studied and buckled down to get that job. So tell me, when are you going to start doing things for you? See, you got that job to take care of yourself and your family and to have a place to live. So it was for you, but not directly, right? These things that me and as well as my family have been doing, it's been for us. Traveling, having different experiences, different foods, different activities. Very, very selfish. Very, very selfish. I'm just looking through my pictures here and videos. I mean, have you, and this is very simple. This is just another experience here. Have you guys just ever did a sip and paint? Have you guys, you and your wife, this is me and my wife, before we were married, we did a sip and paint. We both painted the pictures not by the numbers. And if you've seen the lower half right here, you have our signatures. But this is something that we did. I see Moni Boo in the room, and I see CL Collins. Good afternoon, good people. The reason why I'm showing these things is because my life has been great, and my life will continue to be great because I want to do. Here's a picture of me and my good friend Mike on our guys trip when we went to the Dominican Republic. Yeah, this is on a resort. I forgot the name of the resort, but it was a very good resort. That's me and my buddy Mike. I have some other pictures here I want to show you. Here's my fat butt somewhere on a ship somewhere, sporting the American flag. I won't do this anymore, but in the middle of the ocean, where it's a low tide. You see the guy in the water right here, but you see the melanation. Forgot what country I was in. I'm just showing you some things here, family, because I want you guys to experience some of the things, and it don't have to be the same places I've been. It doesn't have to be the same places I've been. Okay, you guys probably seen this picture before. Now, growing up, I had it rough. I was not born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I was born in Southeast DC. I lived in some of the harsh conditions, roaches crawling on me. I have all sorts of things. Here's another great time in my life where I went to my son's high school graduation. Another great time in my life. These are experiences that I will cherish forever of a lot of things that I've done. And here's a great picture of some mentors and me. Two of these guys are mentors of mine. This guy right here who's in the current chat, Mitchell Liggins, this guy about 6'7", forgot how tall he is. But he's a mentor, and this is Jay over here, another mentor. He's in his late 40s and early, and Jay is in his mid 50s. Okay? These are mentors of mine who give me life experiences through their own tales. I'm just scrolling through here, family. These are the different experiences that I've had around the world. This is me traversing some sort of mountain with a rope that if you slip, you can tell you die. So again, you may not be extreme as me, but again, these are experiences. And then I'm looking at this picture here of myself when I was very, very young. Okay, don't judge me. This is me with a MASH shirt on, eating a big ass bowl of cereal, showing that same famous smile that I have. Yep, that's me. Look at it again. Right? And I'm just giving you these things because I don't want you to live your life through me. I want you to live your life through you. Okay? And I'm just giving you some motivation. I'm giving you some insight here. Here's a picture of me and another buddy over in, I believe this is the Philippines. We was on the main boulevard here. This is me and a buddy of mine. He is from the Ivory Coast. He's from Africa. Okay, he speaks like French and all sorts of languages and stuff like that. Here's some other guys we met when we was in the Philippines. There are from Africa as well. This guy back here is from Ethiopia. I think this guy was from Ghana. This guy was from Morocco. They did some sort of trip. I don't know. But this traveling, I run into people all over the world. I'm a very social person. And I got one more picture to show you. Wait a minute. I got one more thing to show you. But this is me in high school. I'll never get here again. This is me in high school when I used to model. You see this black and white. Like, how old is that dude? Okay. But nonetheless, I'm showing these things because of the experiences that I know that you can absolutely live. And last but not least, I have this one picture to show you. This was in, I forgot where this was in. Okay. I do forget. But this is me riding a mule. I think this is in Mexico somewhere, maybe, up a mountain. And I know what you guys are saying. That mule is hurting. It was doing all sorts of bucking his ass. It was doing all that. This motherfucker heavy. But I had a great time. That's what I'm getting at, family. That's what I'm getting at. All of this has shaped me to the human being that I am today. And of course, this is a picture of me zip lining through the jungle. Okay. I wasn't scared. I'm kind of, if you notice, I do a lot of sports here and things. But this is essentially why I travel and I have these experiences. And I think that you guys can do the same. You may not want to do some of the same things I've done, but ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, There's a life to be lived out there. Hold on. Let me speed this up. Now, let me show you this very quickly. This is me repelling. You see that bridge up here? And there's a waterfall. I mean, I love this stuff. I love these different experiences.
Open your hands. Now, put your 2 hands on your helmet. 2 hands.
You just trying to dump me.
No. Put your hands. Whoa.
You can't make this stuff up, family. These have been great times in my life. And I'm just sharing them with you to motivate you to get out and do these things as well. Okay. I was going to show you one more thing, but I don't see it on here. I was trying to go back here and show you some things, but nonetheless, that's pretty much. Oh, I'll show you one more picture that I did the Tough Mudder with a group of other guys here. This one I was in the military, I did a Tough Mudder. I'm not in that type of shape anymore, but nonetheless, there you have it. Life is good. Life is great. Don't just live life for your kids. Be disciplined about your finances. Plan and strategize how you want to go out and do the things you want to do. And I want to encourage you, get outside of your community, get outside of your neighborhood, get outside your city and state, get outside of this country and experience the world. This is Financial Literacy 101. I, Campbell, said, how do you find a good mentor? You know what, Campbell? All of my mentors, I somehow stumbled into. It wasn't like I went someplace and got a mentor. One of my mentors is because I lived in a group home. His name was Derek Goddard. That's the only mentor that essentially was in my direct line of sight. Everybody else I met through somebody, with somebody, and I kind of latched on, and we kind of just intertwined and had that bonding. So when it comes to that, you will know a good mentor. They will help to put your life on a trajectory that you possibly would never seen. They open your eyes to things. But the one thing I know that you have to do that put your life in alignment and help your mental health is get out and explore this great world that we have. This world is not small. Stop saying small world. This world, if you see me hiking through the Amazon and I run into you, then we can say small world. But if me and you going to the event center in the same city or the adjacent city, going to a large event, like going to seeing a popular comedian, a popular entertainer. Oh man, I ain't seen you in years. It's a small world. No, you finally came out your house and did something. So did I. This is Ross World. Learn money and be inspired. And most importantly, get outside yourself and experience this great life of ours. I'm out. Gotta shut this off.